everybody.
Hi, Geoff!
Alright, my name's Geoff Ripley, and if you don't recognize the name, maybe you know my band Thursday. It's been around for quite a while now. Just before I get started, I just want to say that, a few months ago, Anthony called me up and said, do you want to get some solo shows in? We'll go out, maybe bring also my friend Kurt, and the three of us will go out doing solo stuff. We've all got bands, but we're going to go out solo stuff. And I said, that sounds fucking amazing, let's do it. And then I showed up on the first day of the tour, and I was like, was I supposed to bring a fucking band? so I'm out here by myself, but you know what? You and me, we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to start with a Thursday song called Time's Arrow. Can I get a little more vocal on the wedge? Thank you, my man. Real quick, usually I have a whole routine that I do, but I just want to say that it's really wild to get to come back and play a place like this, the New Brooklyn Tavern. I know it's not the same spot that it used to be in, but we came here so long ago, so many times with Thursday. I actually still have a fucked up rib here because on stage, the first time we played the New Brooklyn Tavern, there was a pile-on, and I broke my rib, and it healed funny. And so every time I'm lying down feeling how crooked this rib is, I'm like, damn, New Brooklyn Tavern, that show is crazy. They go fucking crazy. On the real though, I think it's so great that there's such a great DIY scene here and that there's a place that's been able to do this for so long. So props, thank you so much for having me back. Alright, back to the routine, lucky you. I just want to say, Anthony brought me out on this tour. way back, way back, Thursday took Circa on their first national tour, Circa Survive. And then Anthony took me on my first solo tour, like 13 years ago, something like that. And it was a different time in our lives. We were getting so fucked up. It was just the two of us with guitars, and we were flying to shows. And one morning, I was still so fucked up I couldn't get my card in the machine to get the ticket. And they said, this man cannot get on the plane. He's not doing good. And then he said, no, it's okay. I'll take responsibility for him. He's my son. They were like, that guy's older than him. But they were like, he's your problem now. Go ahead, take him on the plane. And all these years later, it's nice that both of us are in totally different parts of our lives now. And the other thing that's great about this is that we haven't been able to tour in a while because we share custody of some band members. It's like Thursday and LS Dunes, so it's like joint custody. We have to take turns touring, and we get to do this summer. And then LS Dunes and Thursday are finally playing together on the Kogi and Cambria cruise this fall. It feels like only 4 short years ago I said, I'll never play a cruise. And our manager said, you can't afford not to play. And I was pretty psyched. It turned out good in the end because I played this song about a boat, and it was on a boat, and I was like, this is like when
on a
Thursday
boat
plays on Thursday, you know what I mean? This is perfect. So I played it, and afterwards the captain came up and she said, you know the song about the boat you played? And I was like, yeah. And she said, don't ever play that on a ship again. That's bad luck, son. But this is the thing. Coheed's coming out. I really want to play this song on that boat too, you know? So I'm going to play it tonight, and you tell me what you think. And I trust you more than I trust her, okay? All right, this is my boat song. Made my bed, now I sleep at it alone. I have bad dreams. Sweet, sweet, sweet kerosene. Waves crashing down, sight and the sound of a sinking ship. What goes with it, like a shot from above, growing in a creek, crackle and streak of sparks set free. Learning to sing the holy sounds like God's open mouth. Words come away just to drown out the please, please, please of the damned. Hear what it says. It says don't breathe.
okay.
Passengers talking, starting to tell. What's an undead? jumping over the fucking sides of the railings, you know? One or two. It's okay. So Thursday, back in the day, we used to be on a hardcore record label called Victory Records. Do you guys know Victory? Yeah. I can tell by the booze that you actually do know Victory Records. You know, the thing about Victory Records, they had a motto, like a hardcore record label motto, and the motto was, "We run the streets." And it's like, relax. It's like you're a record label, come on. But they did have something super hardcore about them, which is that they didn't pay their bands. And when you have Hatebreed, that's fucking hardcore. You have Thursday, you could probably get away with it. You know what I'm saying? But Hatebreed, you don't want to do that. So we left for a major label, and in the process of going to a major label, we needed to meet with all these A&R guys. And it's a pretty outdated thing now. But back in the day, does anybody know what an A&R guy is?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a few. For the rest of you, it's basically a guy in a leather jacket who calls you baby. Here come the shows and be like, "So baby, like, what do you want to be?" I'd be like, "Well, what do you mean?" He'd say, "You want to be in the Beatles or like the Rolling Stones, you know?" And I said, "I fucking hate those bands." You know, just cause. So one of the guys was like, "Wow, baby, so like, what are you into?" And I said, "Have you ever seen the Meow Mix commercial that goes, meow, 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 meow? That is my shit." And the guy was like, "Commercials, baby?" "Yeah." So he put all of Thursday in one house where they wrote the record that became More all the time. And he put, hey, thank you. And he put me in another house to write commercials. And the problem was I had writer's block. And it's probably because I didn't have a single product that I believed in the way that the cats who wrote the Meow Mix song believed in Meow Mix, you know? So I was like, "Man, I don't know what to do." And he said, "It's okay. I've dealt with this before." And he brought this thing to the house that looked like a cross between a duffel bag and like a backpack full of cocaine. And my fucking writer's block melted away. I had so many ideas. And I said, "Listen, guy, I know who I want to write for. Have you ever heard of a company called Lockheed Martin?" Let me just say before I go any further that the last time I told this story, I didn't have my sarcasm dialed up all the way. And somebody in the front said, "Yeah, Lockheed Martin, I work there." And I said, "Okay." Then this song is for you. It's called "This Song Has Been Brought to You by a Falling Bomb." by falling bomb. Thanks. I didn't buy that shit though.
Fuck
Said
him.
it's too much of a downer for a song about a bomb.
No, boo. Fuck him.
And I'll tell you what, that story is completely made up. But we did sign to a major label, and I started digging around, wondering, how's this major label machine work? And I started looking at all the umbrella corporations that own the major labels, and they're the same umbrella corporations that own the weapons manufacturers. And it's pretty disturbing to think that everybody who's making a song, whether it's Rage Against the Machine or somebody else on a major label, is somehow funding weapons and also getting paid in dirty blood money. And I'll tell you, it's been 5 years now that Thursday's been completely free of the major record label system. And thanks to people like you, we've been doing better in these last 5 years than we ever were on a major label. So thanks for all the support. Love these 27 years. The real postscript to that story is that I did develop a crippling drug addiction. And it got so bad that I was like $200-300 of heroin every day. And you can imagine the things that you have to do to get that kind of money. Not good. And it got so bad that like I burned basically every bridge that I had made over all the years with Thursday, and we were broken up at the time, and those guys got the band back together to kind of get me into treatment, and now it's 7.5 years I've been clean. And while I was getting clean, I got really obsessed with 60s girl groups, like the Supremes and Ronettes and stuff like that. And I think it's because all the lyrics are like, I love him so much, but he treats me so bad. And I thought, man, that could be about my drug dealer, I'm like out on the corner, it's snowing, I've been waiting for 3 hours, and I get a text that's like, 5 more minutes, bro. And I'm like, no problem. I love you. So I decided I'm gonna write a 60s girl group song about my drug dealer, and I'd like to play that for you right now. Is that cool? I'm gonna get down on the ground and get with my digital Phil Spector, and we're gonna start this off. If I fall asleep, let the night take me. I never felt so incomplete. Please don't wake me up. That's all I ask. Living in a world has passed me by. birthday songs. But first, I gotta drop the D on this fucking guitar. I'm sorry. You know, it's like you can take the boy out of victory. You can take the victory out of the boy. Which means if you come downstairs and buy merch from me later, no change. That's just the victory in me, baby. I do give change. And I do have really obscure merch for sale. I did put out a novel, and it's in its 11th printing. Yeah, thanks. And it's currently sold out. I don't have that. But there is a part in the book where the counselor calls this drug ibogaine. He calls it the harsh grandfather of psychedelics. So I made dad hats that say harsh grandfather, just because I think it'd be so cool to see all these kids walking around wearing harsh grandfather hats. That just tickles me, so I made them. With Thursday, I have to keep it like based on the band. When I'm on my own, I'm like, fucking dad hat that says harsh grandfather, it's gonna be sick. Hey, but this next song is the country gothic doom western version of a song called For the Workforce Drowning. Falling from the top of your lungs, feel like parachutes, the windows go rushing by. People inside, just for the funeral. Black and white, these ties, strangle our necks. Hanging in the closet, foul in the cubicle, without a name, just numbers on the resume. Ring, mark for delay. Please take these hands, throw them in the river, wash away the things they never heard. Please take these hands, throw me in the river, don't let me drown for the workday. Up to my neck, drowned in the seconds and just getting the morning commute. Lost in the dead of subway sleep. I'm wide awake in my parents' bed, tossing and turning, tomorrow will get it. Trying to work in single follows every day, just like the last, waiting for the life to start. Is it always just ahead of the curve? Throw them in the river, wash away the things they never had. Please take these hands, throw me in the river, don't let me drown for the workday ends. Nice. Give it up for my man Kurt Travis, who opened the show tonight. Yeah. Some of you may have seen me open for him over here a couple months ago. We played here and we did a whole tour together. Beginning of that tour, my booking agent called me up and he said, "Hey man, you want to tour with the singer Dance Gavin Dance?" And I said, "Well, it depends." Which one? And he said, "Oh yeah, man, Kurt Travis." And I said, "Yes, Kurt Travis, fuck yes, let's go." Give it up for Kurt. And I just have to say, before I go, this last song, I want to send it out to my dear friend Anthony Green, who is on fucking fire on this tour. It's probably my favorite time seeing him in all these long years. I personally think that his solo stuff is the best stuff he's ever done. Even better than dunes and everything. I just think his solo stuff. I think Anthony is just like a once in a generation talent, and I love the guy, and I feel so lucky we all get to see him fucking play tonight in this small little place. Yeah, the song's for him, and it's for anybody who's ever seen Thursday. It's called Understanding the Population. Splintered piece of glass falls in the sea, gets caught. Broken windows, open locks, minus of the Two and still point to the same time.